guys, Simply Natural here. Welcome back to another Texture Talk Tuesday, and this is in collaboration with my I Am Natural's Natural Hair and Beauty page. If you have not yet followed this page, I would like you to do so by clicking the links provided down below. I am on Instagram and also on Facebook. Right, so if this is your first time viewing, welcome. For those of you who don't know, I set aside Tuesdays to discuss all things natural hair. On the last episode, I shared with you guys my big chop story, and I showed you guys some pictures of my big chop and shared with you a little of my journey. And if you would like to see that video, I will have it linked below as well. So for today's topic, as I mentioned in the previous video, I'm going to discuss 6 things I learned since I did my big chop, since I returned to natural. Number 1, no natural hair is alike on anyone's head. There are no two persons with the same type of hair. Yes, you may have 4A, 4B, 4C. You may be in a category or a type, a hair type category. You may have a similar hair texture. You may have fine hair, thick hair, thin hair, but no one's hair is alike. And that is so because God made us all unique and God made us all different. And that is something I had to learn very early in my natural hair journey, because when especially with products, right, I'm now learning how to deal with this new hair because I've been relaxed for so long. It was a whole new experience for me, and I'm still learning. But that really stood out to me because unfortunately I became a product junkie. And I tried so many products. I would look for YouTubers who had similar hair texture to mine and see what products they use, and I tried them. After trying quite a few products back then, I realized that not because it worked on that person's hair, that means it will work on my hair. So what I got from that was that I have to learn my own hair and know what my hair likes and what my hair doesn't like. Learn the way how my hair texture works with different products and so on, right? So no one's journey is alike, no one's hair is alike. So that was number 1, right? Number 2, when it comes to, well, I think almost everything with natural hair, but more so moisturizing regimens. For me, I had it wrong all the time, and I was doing the wrong thing and I was getting frustrated. But for me, it's more about the method than the product, right? That also ties into number 1. So in terms of the method or the technique in which you apply your products and so on, it really does make a difference. Because for the first part of my natural hair journey, I just couldn't retain moisture, and that was one of the reasons why my hair was breaking off a lot. I could not retain moisture, and I was like, what to do? I tried the LOC method, which is the liquid oil cream method, in the beginning, and for quite a while, and I just couldn't figure out why it wasn't working, and I kept doing it, which is not advised, right? Because I thought probably something else was wrong. And then I came across the LCO method, and I did tweak it a bit to suit my hair, and so far it has been working. Like since I think it was 2 years ago, I started using the LCO method, and I haven't done anything else ever since. And this one is where you're using liquid oil, and then cream, and these are moisturizing regimens. I am going to be discussing this in another Texture Talk Tuesday video in the future, right? So stay tuned for that. So lesson learned, it's not just about the products, it's more about the technique and the way in which you apply it to your hair and what will work for your head of hair. All right, number 3. Natural hair needs attention. Listen guys, if you had relaxed hair, you may have been fooled into thinking that natural hair would be easier than relaxed hair, that you're going to leave your hair for extended periods of time and not do anything because it's the hair that's actually growing out of our head. No, it does not work like that, right? It doesn't work like that. Natural hair needs love and attention, and sometimes it can be very trying if you don't know your own hair and if you don't know how to deal with it, how to moisturize it, how to seal it, how to style it, how to do different things with it. It can be very frustrating, and sometimes you might be like, you see me, let me just put in this braids and leave it just so, probably a 6 to 8 weeks, and yeah, and then when you take it out, yes, you might see a little new growth, but then how healthy is your hair after that? Listen, just recently I've had 2, within this year I have had 2 occasions I actually left my hair for quite a while, not because I wanted to, but just because I did not have the energy to deal with it. I am not too well. Some of you may already know, some of you may not, but it usually affects my hands. So sometimes I really don't have the energy to deal with it, and other times I am in pain and I can't be dealing with my hair. So sometimes life happens, yes, and you know, you may have those occasions where your hair is neglected, but it is not recommended to practice neglecting your hair, even if it is in a protective style. That is a no-no, right? Your hair will eventually break off. As I said, you might see new growth, but it's not going to last. It's not going to work. If you continue doing it, you are going to have negative results. So that is one thing I learned since I big job, since I went natural, right? So you have to take care of your hair underneath the wig, underneath the weave, underneath the faux locks, underneath the braids. You must do that, right? So number 4, a lot of us look at other naturalistas with similar hair patterns and so on, and we wonder why our hair is not growing like this. Again, this also ties in with number 1. No 2 heads of hair are alike. So that would not work. But what goes on with your natural hair and how your natural hair grows and responds to products and all these things has a lot to do with the individual's diet, their health, their genetics. It's not just about the product that they use or the hair type that they have. It has a lot to do with other things, especially with diet, health, genetics, and maybe some other things, right? But those are the 3 things that really come to mind. And I have proven that in terms of with the diet, I have proven that when you eat a lot of greens and you exercise, you get proper rest, you drink a lot of water, and all these different things, greens and fruits and veggies and stuff, it actually helps your hair. If you are a natural who is always eating junk food and sweets and desserts and all those things, it's going to affect your hair. It may or may not, because some people have genes that they have very strong hair and it might take a while before you actually see any damage, right? But all those things affect your hair, and how I've proven that is through a protective style challenge that I did. And I really amped up my exercise, my eating habits. I included a lot of veggies and fruits and so on, and omega-3s and all that good stuff. And I did see a great improvement in my hair growth. It grew a bit more than it would normally do if I did not do those things for my challenge. And protective styling as well, yes, that also helps, because you're not constantly manipulating your hair, right? A person's health also affects it. So I would have mentioned before on this channel, if you are a long time follower of mine, or if you are a long time subscriber, you would know that when I am stressed, it affects my hair first. And I also had anemia that also can affect your hair growth. You can also have scalp conditions, skin conditions, seborrheic dermatitis, which is something I also have. That also can affect your hair, the way how your hair grows, the way how your hair responds, if it's thinning and so on. So it's not just about your hair type and, you know, different products that you use that causes your hair to respond in different ways, whether it's growing slowly, growing fast, and these things, right? Sometimes you really do have to amp up or change up your diet, change up your regimen, you know, and these things, and change up your lifestyle in general, and you may see a difference with the way how your hair is responding, right? I have learned that my natural hair needs water in order to detangle, and I wish I had known this when I was younger, so that I could have told my mom. Hi mom, if you're watching. Listen, I remember those days when I used to sit down and I dreaded having to comb my hair, having to wash my hair. And I would go in the sun and dry my hair. And I did not know that I wasn't supposed to dry it all the way through. And my hair would be so hard and I would cry when she's combing it. Not that she's rough or anything, but my hair was just extremely hard. And that is one of the biggest lessons I've learned since I returned to natural, right? My hair needs water to detangle. My hair would be so hard and dry, and as long as I put water in it, it seems like if these things just, the knots and the tangles and everything just melt away. Also, water-based products help as well in terms of detangling your hair, so like a leave-in and so on, that also helps. So if you don't want to use just straight water alone, you can use water-based products to help you detangle. They actually have some detangling products out there, and the leave-ins can work as well, right? So my hair, my 4C hair in particular, needs water for me to be able to detangle it, right? So that's number 5. And the last one, I'm actually doing 6 because I'm 6 years natural, so I am just adding that in there, right? So natural hair requires patience, guys. If you don't have any patience, natural hair may not be for you. And I know some people might come for me in the comments, but it's the truth. It requires patience, and it has been teaching me that ever since. Now I've also again the mistake I've been making over the years is that I would be comparing my hair to others and wondering, but how this person hair is just, you know, that was before I learned all the other things that I mentioned. But why, how this person hair is growing like that? They cut their hair off, back, and by the time the end of the year, it reaches to their shoulder. And I'm just baffled, and I'm like, I am 6 years natural, and this is where my hair is. If I tell most people would not believe you're 6 years natural. Yes, I am. I've been through several different challenges, but I've realized that my hair needs patience. All those things that I mentioned previously, those 5 other things that I've learned, before I learned them, it actually affected the way how my hair grew. So, along with that, and the fact that I now know that it requires patience, I'm not so hard on myself and my hair. I'm not so hard on myself and my hair now, because I understand that it requires patience, right? Patience, not just in terms of long term, but patience also in terms of short term, in terms of styling my hair. I've read somewhere that they said, if you are in a hurry, or if you are not in a good mood or frustrated, do not style or comb your natural hair. And I agree with that, because if you are frustrated, you will just be pulling your hair like this, detangling like a crazy woman. But you really need to have patience, especially when styling. I had to learn that for my wash day routines, because at the beginning, when I just started doing wash day routines and even moisturizing routines, it would take hours, guys, hours upon hours, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't do this, you know, I really can't do this. If this is what natural hair is like, I don't know if I could do this. It was hard, it was really, really hard. But as I got accustomed to it, the time kept going down and down and down, because there's some things that I knew what to implement, different techniques I learned. I knew what products to use so that it can make my whole routine way shorter, took way less time, and it made it so much easier. But it still requires patience, right? I know myself, and I would think that I know my hair. I still have a lot to learn about my hair, but that is one thing I did realize, that it requires patience. And I know my hair will grow to the length that I want it to grow eventually. And I have to be realistic, because natural hair, or hair in general, grows, is it? The average person grows ½ inch a month, I think. I stand corrected. But you know, that's what it is, that's reality. So that's another thing that I have to deal with, right? And that I had to work through and understand it. So guys, be patient with your hair, right? So those are 6 things that I have learned since my big chop, or since I've returned to my natural hair. There are several others, and I will share that in another video. But I wanted to share 6 because this is my 6th year of being natural, right? I really do hope that you enjoy this video. I hope it gives you some inspiration and encouragement with your natural hair journey, and also some insight as to what you can do to change things up if things are not working as well. If it was helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Be on the lookout for my other Text to Talk Tuesdays videos, as well as I have several different videos on natural hair, different product demos, different techniques. I have my moisturizing regimen, which I mentioned earlier. I do use the LCO method. If you would like to find out more, I do have a few videos on that as well. Go into my playlist section. You can go through to suit your natural hair needs, and you can check them out Alright, thank you so much for watching, and until then, see you in the next one. Bye!